Hey, this is Boat Doctor. 270 hewescraft, beautiful boat. Anyway, just making sure this was going to kick on. Okay, radio works, you can tell that. Now I'll turn on the live well, courtesy lights, cab lights, nav lights, fan defrosters right there. Valve bilge, all these work. Wiper, I showed you that, and the horn works. So we're stopped right now. Now, if these things here are in neutral, right here, I can kick that off. I can individually trim the outer motors. It's in neutral. See, the lights are on. Courtesy lights are on. Courtesy lights are on. Okay, so now I want to run these controls. All I have to do is hit this active. It goes blue. I want to do just say 2 motors. Say I want to reverse it. I can go this way. Put that in reverse. And I can just sit and spin it. So I got controls back here and up there. So I'm going to spin it and get out of here. Put depth in my hand. Oh. So now I need to change that. There's always something you got to change. Let's go into echo. Depth. Aha, good thing I checked back there. Okay. So now, if you want it out of there, you just bring this one back. Then you got both motors. And now I got to change that depth so you get it. There you go. Boom. Okay, so now you got depth. You got everything you need. Okay, so now we're in here. So now I can go up here. This is there, or I can run single lever again. Both of them working. Okay, this is on. Now to shut it down, you just hold this here until it blinks. There, that goes off. Now, don't ever just shut the batteries off. Let that thing go completely out. This will blink and it'll go off here pretty quick. Now, single lever, I can hit this one right here, bring this back, and just run this. I'm going to go off of that. Single lever. Get out of there. Okay, it's working. And then you go back up front, you just bring that back in there, make sure it's on yellow, or not yellow, but blue. So that's cooling down. This one is really, yeah, starting to put out heat. And that other one's a fan right down when you get down over here. So now we got that and that. So then what I'm going to do is show you this. I'm going to kill that starboard motor. You can see that's off. Then I'm going to use this to trim it up. Make sure that's in active. Neutral. Now what the heck? Neutral. See, it's always something. Every time, and I checked all the lights, I'll shut this off here. And then I'll start this one up. and then I'm going to shut this one down. And I'm going to trim that one up by doing this. See how that's going up? See these lights will flash? Now that'll make a big difference on playing in this boat, and there's two ways to do this. This was pretty fast with the trim tabs actually. Then I hit this one, it goes into forward. Now I'm on one motor now. So what the main thing, I want to make sure that's down and this one's up. Now what you can do is actually run these things like here, go all the way down, your trim tabs. Just do the twirly. Then I'm going to line myself up, and then again this autopilot here works. Yeah, the other one, that VHF, I can't figure out. Okay, so here we go. Those are down. You can see them pointed down. Now I'm going to hit this. And then once it gets up to about 18 miles an hour, you're planing. So now it's starting to get up on top. I'm going to bring these tabs all the way up. Where it says 0. Now we're at 22 miles an hour, 23 miles an hour, 24 miles. One motor now. Okay. Then if I need to trim it, I can individually trim it to get the boat leveled out. But I'm going to bump this one up. It's 28 miles an hour. I'm trimming this motor. See how that's going? We're up to 31 miles an hour, one motor. Unbelievable. Then bring it back down. Just like this. Boom, until you get into neutral. Same thing. You don't want to use the, well, you can use the single lever if you want. So now trim tabs are all the way up. And again, if you can put them on auto, that one's blinking, not running. Right there. So that means, uh-oh, I better trim that baby down. So then you go here, and you watch that right there. Then they stop blinking. Then you trim that one down to match it up. Aha. Then you use this one. Okay, now see how I got, there I did it. Let's say that was stuck on two bars like that. You can adjust that by going into here and going into trim assist, boat device, trip, boat set, tank, trim assist, yes, underway, static, okay, so that's it. Device boats, oh, boat set, tank, trim, no, you don't have that. Calibration, trim set to 0. See how that's 2? Then you hit this, set to 0, and hit OK. Then you should be able to go back, go over to here. Go over to here, trim these up. There. So they're both set. Perfect. Okay. So now I can go single lever again, and I can go like here and just run this instead of running boot. You can use these for actually, like say if I'm going to run both of these right here, you got to put this one here on, start it up, boom, there you go, it brightens up, it's in gear. So now if I wanted to use these to steer, I could. I just bring one back, one ahead a little bit. And then you just kind of, just like that, left and right. So you can get back on that, and you also can use your trim tab for that. And to shut this thing down again, now I'm going to hit this on autopilot again, a gauge. There you go. Try to keep your RPMs the same, which it should do. 157, 157. We need to be over at about 170. There. Okay, you turn this off, free. I'm going to go in here. Then you just keep hitting this button here. Then hit this one to bring it down. See how it's changing that? That goes back. Then you got to long press that, and then it says shutting down. And again, we're gonna wait at 170, 170, 170, so I know I got it set right. So now there's a little bit of back and forth stuff is in your response settings, and it also needs to be bled. It's gonna take a lot of that up, because right now if I mess with the steering, see how it took off over here? And it keeps wanting to kind of jerk back and forth, 167, because that steering needs bled. And now it's going to take a while to get back over there like what it did. And there's also a steering response. Now I need to actually be at 175. We'll go 180. There you go. That should take me right back to the dock as soon as these line up. Now, if you wanted to get into your autopilot, you can go into here and you can knock this off nav, go back, do turns. And right here, you can go to right here, go to autopilot, and see how it's kind of jerking around a little bit. So if you're doing your autopilot, I would probably suggest just running it on one motor, is what I would do. But okay, there's two speeds, a high and a low. So when I was at, say low, I can go in here, I can go into settings, go to steering, low speed, and go to like track response. And you can adjust that to keep it from doing that. But right now, it's the steering that's causing it. But then you go back here, and then you can cut off standby here, and you can do it from there as well, or you can hide it. Now they didn't hook up your radio, that was another thing too.